Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code DTC U0029 pertains to an FCAN communication circuit error, specifically indicating that the FCAN bus is offline. This code primarily relates to issues within the electrical circuit rather than mechanical problems in the transmission. The FCAN, or Fast Controller Area Network, is a communication protocol used to facilitate rapid data exchange between different control modules or electronic control units, ECUs, in the vehicle. Such communication is crucial for the proper functioning of various vehicle systems. Given that the issue is electrical in nature, it holds a significant impact on the vehicle's diagnostic capabilities. As we proceed with the troubleshooting guide, remember that documenting all freeze data and conducting an onboard snapshot with the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, is essential prior to any further diagnostics. The DTC U0029 indicates a FCAN communication circuit error, which reveals that the FCAN bus, responsible for rapid data communication among several vehicle control modules, has been compromised. This error suggests a disruption in the electrical circuit that connects these modules. The affected components may include the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, Transmission Control Module, TCM, and any related sensors that rely on the FCAN for their operation. The PCM, typically located near the engine bay, plays a critical role in interpreting data and executing commands across the vehicle systems. A significant aspect to note is that unlike other DTCs, this particular error cannot be attributed to mechanical failures within the transmission, highlighting the need for an electrical inspection. The U0029 DTC can result from multiple possible causes that primarily focus on the electrical integrity of the system. An electrical circuit problem, such as short circuits or open circuits, can prevent successful communication between electronic control units. A faulty powertrain control module, PCM, or transmission control module, TCM, can also result in communication failures, as they are integral for data management. Additionally, loose or corroded connectors in the wiring harness can impede signal transmission, compounding the issue. Each of these probable causes underscores the importance of ensuring all connections are secure and that the wiring is intact, especially when troubleshooting both the PCM and TCM. The symptoms associated with DTC U0029 can sometimes be immediate, such as the illumination of the check engine light, indicating an underlying issue requiring attention. Communication failures within the vehicle can manifest in various systems, leading to operational inconsistencies. Drivers may experience intermittent problems, such as transmission shifting issues or incorrect readings on the dashboard. These symptoms can interfere with vehicle performance, potentially putting additional stress on the drivability of the Honda Odyssey. Recognizing these signs is crucial as they guide technicians toward the appropriate troubleshooting steps to diagnose and resolve the underlying issues effectively. The first troubleshooting step in addressing DTC U0029 involves turning the ignition switch to the on position. Doing this powers up the vehicle's electrical system and prepares the onboard diagnostics to operate effectively. Next, it is essential to clear the DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, which updates the vehicle's diagnostic state. Following this, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs in the Powertrain Control Module, PGM-FI system. Using the HDS, it is critical to ensure this step is conducted carefully, as it sets the groundwork for identifying if the U0029 code persists or if there are other DTCs present that might require attention. After checking for pending DTCs in the PGM-FI system with the HDS, if DTC U0029 is still indicated, this confirms the presence of the FCAN communication error. The technician should then proceed with the established DTC U0029 troubleshooting steps in the PGM FI system. However, if DTC U0029 is not recorded in the PGM FI system, the technician must proceed to check for other pending or confirmed DTCs within the AT system, as this may indicate the presence of different issues the vehicle may be experiencing. For the third step, the technician should check the AT system for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS. If DTC U0029 is confirmed in this system, this could indicate a broader problem within the communication network affecting the automatic transmission. Should the code persist, the technician moves on to the next troubleshooting step, which involves updating or substituting the PCM. Conversely, if DTC U0029 does not show up within the AT system, it may suggest an intermittent failure. In this case, it is essential to ensure the system is functioning correctly, and other DTCs are tackled if identified. In the fourth troubleshooting step for DTC U0029, it is critical to update the powertrain control module, PCM, software if it is not running the latest version. Keeping the software updated ensures that the ECM, engine control module, can communicate effectively with other control units. Alternatively, if the PCM is already updated, technicians should substitute it with a known good PCM to eliminate the possibility of a malfunctioning module causing the communication error. After these actions, double-checking the status of DTC U0029 is essential to determine if proper communication can be re-established in the vehicle. Technicians should turn the ignition switch back to the on second position again, allowing the system to initialize, and then wait for at least 2 minutes to let all modules begin their self-tests. After waiting, they must check again for pending or confirmed DTCs in the AT system utilizing the HDS. At this stage, if DTC U0029 is still present, it signals the need for a thorough inspection of electrical connections related to the PCM. This step is critical, as poor terminal connections can often lead to intermittent communication failures. It's imperative to address any loose or corroded connections at this point. The sixth troubleshooting step focuses on inspecting the physical connections at the powertrain control module, PCM. This entails checking for any signs of poor connections or loose terminals that might be disrupting communication with other ECUs. If the PCM was previously updated without resolving the DTC, the next step would involve substituting the original PCM with a known good PCM to evaluate if this resolves the communication issue. If the PCM substitution fails to clear the DTC, it is essential to return to the previous steps, specifically to clear the DTC and check the status in the AT system again. The final troubleshooting step involves monitoring the OBD onboard diagnostics status for U0029 within the HDS DTC menu. This crucial step checks whether the HDS indicates a passed status. If the status is passed, it indicates that the PCM has been updated or substituted successfully, and the troubleshooting process is considered complete. If the HDS displays a failed status, the technician is required to reassess the PCM connections for any loose or faulty terminals. If the status reads "not completed," the technician should revisit the previous steps, starting with those that relate to the PCM to ensure all connections and updates are appropriately handled. DTC reappears during the test drive. Further investigation will be required to determine if there are unresolved issues or if intermittent faults still exist in the system. To prevent the recurrence of DTC U0029, it is essential to implement a routine maintenance regimen focused on the vehicle's electrical system. Regularly. In summary, the troubleshooting process for DTC U0029 highlights the significance of addressing electrical issues rather than mechanical ones, particularly concerning the FCAN communication network. The key steps involve leveraging the Honda Diagnostics system for a thorough check of the status, systematically inspecting the PCM and its connections, and ensuring software updates are performed. By following these guidelines, technicians can effectively resolve communication errors while ensuring that the vehicle runs smoothly. Regular diagnostics, combined with preventive maintenance practices, will ultimately enhance the performance and longevity of the Honda Odyssey. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.